popular color, I think, at Roaring River is peach and olive, and sometimes a peach and brown works. So any day you may find that something works that nothing else works. Like he was yeah, he was there and it was purple or nothing. So that is a Marabou jig. Now I'm going to tie another one, and we'll go through step by step. For those of you that were patient enough to wait. Okay, got a hook in. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put some lead on. And where do you want the lead to start and stop? Who remembers?
Right over the point.
You want to start right over the point and go forward and leave plenty of space so that you don't crowd the eye. And the number of wraps is, I don't know, I'll count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, notice I've got some wraps that are really separated at the back. Can you see that? The easiest way to get those nice and tight together, just press that whole bunch forward to the eye. Use the eye as a stopper. And then with your fingernail, you can get the tag end mashed up nice and tight against the rest of the wraps. And then you can just back that up to where you want it right above the eye and break it off. Okay? Woo. All right. Next step is thread. Okay? Where are we going to attach it? Behind the lead, right? Okay, so I've got my thread on. I'm going to make sure I've got it attached by building a little thread base behind the lead and wrapping over that 45-degree angle that I've made with my tag end. Trim that off. And then I'm going to go through the lead. That wanted to crawl forward on me a little bit. You probably can't see this real well, but I've got, my thread doesn't start till way back behind the eye. I left bare hook shank behind the eye. All right, if you start with a big old long plume like this, it's going to be hard to tie it off if you don't strip some of that stuff away so that the clump that you're going to use gets more manageable. And just look at the length of your hook shaft from the eye to the bend, and then multiply that times about 1.5, and that will give you about the length that you want. Okay?
Be more feathered like this instead of.
Beautimous.
It looks like it's
Beautimous.
manicured a little bit. Like Gary said.
Might have a little bit too long a marabou on there, but it'll work.
That's what I was going to ask you. I saw you kind of tapered that, so
Yeah.
without cutting it.
Okay, I've got one color on here, and I'm trying to be real careful that my head doesn't creep back toward the middle of that hook shank.
This is really cool stuff. It's called
Yeah,
What is that?
Mac is he's a gizmo guy.
What's that?
He that stuff works really great.
So you bought
If
it.
you have the top,
Why wouldn't you put the peach on those?
So
if you put the peach on top, you could put, it doesn't make that much difference. You're going to put something on the bottom.
Yeah.
You actually could put the peach on first and then the marabou on top of the peach. I just like to put something on the bottom because it covers up the lead a little bit better. That's the only reason.
Yeah, but I guess, you know, you made the comment that the fish like the peach on the bottom better.
The lighter color is, on most minnows, the belly is lighter than the top. So that's why I put the lighter color on the bottom.
Perfect.
If you have a rotary vise, when you're trying to get something on top and bottom, a rotary vise really comes in handy about now. So I'm going to try and get this snatched on the bottom.
You sent an email? Okay.
Kind of different listen, you know, and it's called
Flashaboo.
I've got my lighter color on the bottom, and now about all that's left is finishing up the head, multiple wraps, trying to cover up all that fuzzy little marabou that wants to get up and in the way.
I got a question.
like this right here.
If you measure one hook length for what you're going to put back behind, and then the additional hook length that you're going to tie on, would that be about right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One guy was getting way too much tail, so I suggested that.
I try to tie that so the tail is about a hook length
See how it's.
and a half.
A hook length and a half, okay. I'll use that.
That's, you know, if it's just one hook length, you know, the fish aren't going to care. But it'll make a little bit bigger profile.
Yeah. They kept telling me not to make it too long because then they bite it.
Yeah, there's a short bite and then you're in big trouble. Yeah. Okay.
Too many rules.
Yeah.
This stuff has the consistency of dust. I mean, when you snip it off, here at home, like I got a room down in our basement, it just starts flying.
Boy, this thing is, my bobbin is way too loose. I'm going to start using my Nor bobbin here pretty quick.
Well, I try to find just those tips you were talking about to go over your bobbin.
Yeah.
And they're not.
These bobbins are all flared on the end, and it probably will not fit on there. Whoa, I just dripped it all over. I'm so used to a rotary vise that I'm sitting up there trying to turn it. So,
You need any help? Well, you need a lot of help, I know.
yeah, I know. I know. If you try to dry your head cement and you have marabou on, blow from the eye of the hook back. Otherwise, that marabou is going to fluff all over and it'll get all in the head cement. I've done that a couple of times.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it is, you're right.
Now, if you'll just even this out a little bit.
Yeah, I put some of the